Once this redesign was complete, what were the feedbacks that you received from your client?
A very white space website to very dark kind of look and feel.
How has the new site impacted sales, leads, anything if you can give an insight on?
So we are seeing an uptick of form fills and that sort of thing and kind of tracking that data. So from a form fill standpoint, I can say, yeah, we're seeing leads come into the website.
Hello everyone, welcome to Power Up with Nitrous, elevating aligned automation journey to dynamic digital presence. I'm your host, Soumya, co-founder of Nitrous. I'm joined with here Sheena, who is head of marketing at Aligned Automation. We'll go into a quick introduction, but before that, just to set the backdrop, we redesigned Aligned Automation website. It was for a period of 2 to 3 months. It took us 8 to 12 weeks to get it redesigned. And we were able to achieve that by understanding the vision of Aligned Automation. We were able to understand the brand positioning. And Sheena helped us a lot to understand what the brand ethos are. And based on that, we were able to complete this redesign process. So we'll be talking more about it. We'll be deep diving more into it. Just for a quick introduction, so we have Sheena over here. She is a marketing genius. She has 15 plus years of experience in this field. And yeah, I'm quite delighted, Sheena, that you were able to join this webinar.
Well, thanks for having me. No, I thoroughly enjoyed working on sort of the website refresh project with your team, and I enjoy sort of evolving our website as we grow as a company. So thank you.
Great to have you over here. Just for a quick introduction about Aligned Automation, it would be very nice if you can talk about Aligned Automation. We now know that we are into a lot of services that currently in this enterprise generation, we would need a lot of these things. So yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, absolutely. Aligned Automation is a professional technology services leader. We started out in the procurement space, but we're quickly evolving in new construction projects in the energy sector, pharmaceuticals, petrochemicals, the list goes on. And so we've been evolving with our customers and helping them along their digital transformation journey. More specifically, present day, we're providing cutting edge solutions around the AI, Gen AI space. I mean, that's sort of the topic of the hour. However, it's not just about helping companies with sort of the hype around Gen AI and the AI. It's actually driving ROI. And we have a number of use cases in the space right now. And as you can see on our website design, that has been a focus in working with your team. That's something that we really wanted to bring out is sort of our metrics around the projects that we do. And, as you can see on the screen, we deliver 4 to 6 ROI on project investment, 5 to 10% spend reduction, some of the key stats that we're quite proud of in this space.
Absolutely. And talking about you work with enterprise company and talking about that, like 4 to 6x onto their ROI on project investment is like huge for enterprise, right? So yeah, absolutely. Like any company who has able to gain that much amount, then there's nothing like it than that. Coming quickly to how the redesign process happened. So I'll just talk about the project insights first. So when we discussed, I remember this when we were discussing about how our current brand positioning is and what the website needed. So we wanted to have specific goals and objectives that this redesign process is going to carry out. Can you quickly tell me what was there in your mind where thought that these are the goals and objectives that the new brand or representation should be?
Yeah, I think, the goals and objectives kind of align with the corporate goals and objectives, right? That's sort of how marketing works, is starting from the top and then trying to trickle it through our branding and so on and so forth. As a company as a whole, being in sort of the cutting edge digital space, digital transformation, process mining, data and analytics, I think putting forward a modern UI UX is sort of, part and parcel what we do when we go to clients. So we want to reflect that in our website as well, right? I mean, a number of our projects are around customer experience, UX, UI. And so we want to deliver that when prospects visit our website, or even prospective employees that are visiting our website as well.
Okay. Okay. So generally, what we see is that a website redesign process is very painful, and it takes number of iterations. It takes quite to and fro. So, how did Nitrous and Webflow come together to help you with that?
Yeah, so actually, and I mean, I'll be transparent. I think we had met on something related but different. And, having experience and been around, I mean, back when Joomla and those days were, I've seen sort of the CMS systems evolve. And having worked with Webflow myself, I'm quite fond of sort of the platform, and then seeing I mean, you can do Webflow and you can do a decent job, but then seeing the work that you'd surfaced in one of our meetings, I can't even remember what we met about, but you hooked me. And so I think that is where we initially decided to go with Nitrous, because it wasn't just about web development, but actually being thoughtful about sort of, the mood, the imagery, what do we want to reflect? What metrics do we want to surface? How do we want people to interact with our website? I think I answered your question, but that's sort of the crux of why we went with you guys and started the project.
Great, great. So once this redesign was complete, so what were the feedbacks that you received from your client?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was positive overall. From our previous corporate website, although that did fit the need at the time, I think it's a stark contrast to what we had. The look and feel is very, very modern, digital forward. I think we went from a very white space website to very dark kind of look and feel. So it was a difference. I think customers have provided solid feedback, and even our analytics recently, we've seen an uptick in sort of visitors and traffic and engagement on multiple pages. So, I mean, it's still early days, but overall, I'm seeing a positive sort of feedback, not just from clients and internal staff, but also, analytics.
And I guess images played a major role in that. Like the way we selected images, it took quite a number of iterations. But yeah, I guess those were one of the key metrics, because that's how the brand positioning we want to display.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a shift from sort of being random kind of abstract imagery that's digital to try to incorporate more humans inside images. And, as a marketer, every time I look at the website, I'm like, oh, we should do this, we should do that. So I'm sure, we'll evolve the imagery as the year progresses and things progress in the industry.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it might be again too soon to ask, but how has the new site impacted sales, leads? Anything if you can give an insight on?
So I mean, in terms of one of the major things that we did with you guys, and I'm a big believer, sort of form fills, right? Doing demand gen and lead generation off of the website. So we are seeing an uptick of form fills and that sort of thing, and kind of tracking that data. So from a form fill standpoint, I can say, yeah, we're seeing leads come into the website. The nature of the work that we do, I'd love for the volume to come through the website, but I mean, our journey with clients and prospects is sort of a longer cycle. However, having our webinar featured on our website, having that sort of interaction has helped support our sales funnel for sure. Yeah.
And I guess that's like one of the key differentiator, because generally we talk that we would want to have a lot of visitor traffic, but at the same time, when people come to the brand, they might have referenced by someone, they might have heard about our webinars. So when they come to the site, they want to see the brand presence, and they have kind of made their mind, right? So that's when the website come into play, and then they have to be hooked onto it so that they understand that, okay, these guys are doing this great job. And that's how the sales cycle also progresses, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's I mean, it's a multi sort of channel marketing effort. You know, a sales pipeline has multi stages. So what we want to try to do as a marketing team is support at each stage of the funnel. So, you know, from top of funnel, it's the blogs and the way your team has laid that out, has done that pretty effectively, to then featuring events and webinars, right? That's mid funnel activity. And then conversion. I mean, we're not at the stage where somebody form fills and like I want a demo right now, but we're getting closer and closer. And I think the work that we'll do with you guys and the initiatives the company is taking, that will be a focus for the year to evolve.
Great to hear that. So I wanted to talk about Nitrous. We wanted to understand, like if I start from the start. So what are the pain points of a marketer, and how a team like Nitrous and with a process driven approach helps you? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it was you know, being fairly new to aligned automation when I actually engaged with you guys. I think it was a godsend, right? It's an extension of your team, right? So I've got people that know what they're doing in terms of development. The onus on me is just making sure we're providing the right content, and that sort of thing. And so it really helped out. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to achieve the result, right, if it wasn't for your team. So no, I mean, working with various stages from wireframing to looking at the branding and the mood, to actually getting it developed and working with your developer, it was pretty cool. And they're very responsive, so it all worked out well.
Great. On a lighter note, there is always a chicken and egg. Should content come first? Should design be done? So, how was your experience overall, like when we were working together?
I mean, it was a really real experience. It was what I anticipated. I think anybody that's been in the marketing world would know that you never have the perfect content ready to go before the website's developed. I mean, sometimes character counts don't look right, right?
Right.
Sometimes headings, you want to say way more than you should be, right? So I think it was a good iterative process. I think what I really liked about Nitrous is the flexibility, right? You know, I think both, you know, the aligned automation team and the Nitrous team were interested in just putting the best product forward. You know, you guys obviously have process and procedures, but I did like that you didn't have too much red tape where everything was like, oh no, we've got to now meet as a team. It was like, okay, what do you need done? Let's get it done. And I really appreciated that because that's the way I work as well. So
No, I guess like, first of all, thanks a lot for those words. I guess design is more about iterative process. If we are talking about just from a development standpoint, then you have this task to be performed. But
yeah,
when it comes to design, you have to, so there's never a right design. Okay. So
yeah.
as we keep iterating, as we keep understanding, the changes come in, right? So I guess we have always maintained that the once contracts are signed, we are not going to talk about it. We are just going to focus that at the end of the day, the site should be the most like one of the best portfolio pieces. Currently, been in 6 years of this company, still we are striving for portfolio pieces. That's something that I'm quite proud to say. Like, the team puts in all of their effort to make sure that it's not just a cost metrics calculation, but what we produce as a result.
Yeah, no, I mean, numerous times your team was like, I don't think that's going to look good. And I'm like, no, but try. And then and we saw, and then they were right. It didn't look right. So, I mean, that was the flexibility that, you know, I really appreciated. And I think the team is really happy with the outcome. And, you know, because of the results you guys gave, you know, the website is going to start being a conduit for sort of the overall sales strategy, and really grateful for your team. And you know, I anticipate the partnership will just keep growing and get stronger as we start wanting to do more exciting things on the website.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was not just a great pleasure of Nitrous, but all the team members, they got to learn a lot from you. We have sessions, we take aligned automation as one of our case studies, one of our portfolio piece, and we gained a lot of insights also, like understood the pain points or pain areas that currently enterprise have in the field of not just portraying the exact content but also representing as a brand. So brand positioning is one of the key aspects we understood in this entire project. The team, they were very happy that we could work together. Obviously the partnership is going to go long, but at the same time, like, they understood that from where you are coming from and how things evolve, and they were really happy to work with you, and they wanted to make sure that this partnership keeps continuing and we grow together.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm, you know, I've worked with teams in the past, and I have to say that this experience has been great. So, yeah, kudos to you and your team.
Perfect, perfect. Thanks a lot, Sheena. Thanks a lot for your time. This was a great talking to you, and we continue this partnership, and we always want to make sure that we are there for aligned automation whenever they need and whatever they need for. So yeah, thanks a lot for this
Yeah,
webinar also.
no. And one thing I will say is the patients working in different time zones, you guys are awesome with that. So that was one thing to highlight is that, being, I think, 12 hours behind you guys,
Yeah,
it didn't really impact the progression of the project. But yeah, I just want to add that in as a final piece. But yeah, no, I enjoyed this conversation. Thanks.
thanks a lot, Sheena. Thanks for your time. Thank you. Have a
All
great
right.
day.
Bye.
Bye.